greatest. Kid, fly.
One thing I love about Jay-Z is that even with how long his career has gone at this point, he clearly still cares a lot about being the biggest name in music. The only rapper still around with a career like his is Snoop Dogg, and Snoop gives off the impression that he's more than comfortable being a living legend who doesn't have to flex nuts because he knows he got them. And that's certainly impressive, but there's also something to be said for Jay-Z at his age, still going out there like he's got something to prove. And Jay-Z is still very much trying to be the biggest name in the game, as evidenced by his 12th, yes, 12th, studio album, Magna Carta Holy Grail. An album Jay-Z felt was so stunning, he named it after two of the most renowned, legendary artifacts of Western culture. Who else would dare to elevate their record to this level of religious grandiosity? Oh, of course. Don't ever change, Kanye. And Jay-Z clearly means for this album to be perceived to be as legendary as its namesakes. Skipping the normal promotion cycle, Jay dropped his new album very suddenly and with no warning, but a 3-minute commercial during the NBA Finals and a 6-hour performance at the New York Art Gallery. Clearly, Jay-Z means for this album to be seen as a towering masterpiece. So, let us look at this, his lead-off single from this album, featuring frequent collaborator and fellow biggest name in music, Justin Timberlake. It is entitled Holy Grail. Enjoy.
You take the clothes off my back, and I let you. You'd steal the food right out my mouth, and I'd watch you eat it.
Blue told me remind you niggas. Fuck that shit y'all talking about. I'm the nigga. Curtains all in my window. This fame hurt, but this pain worse. I think back with the same person. If this is all you had to deal with, nigga, deal.
Don't know why.
Well, that sucked.
And baby, it's amazing.
God, that was... What the hell kind of lead-off single was that? That was the most turgid, lifeless, boring, useless, wasted time I've ever... I legitimately expected this to be good. That was just terrible from beginning to end. Well, okay. Let me see if I can explain here.
Caught up in all these lights and cameras.
Okay, first off, Holy Grail is about how difficult it is to be a celebrity. Hold on a sec, let me just roll my eyes here and groan for a good 10 seconds.
You take the clothes off my back, and I let you.
Okay, I admit I was a little thrown off by the chorus there for a little bit because it sounds like it's about a bad girlfriend, which has nothing to do with anything. But I guess we're supposed to understand that this crazy, awful, gold digger girlfriend is a metaphor for that harsh mistress, Fame.
Have my laundry in the streets, dirty or clean. Give it up for fame.
Does it really matter whether your laundry was washed or not?
Dirty or clean.
Are you gonna pick your clothes off the sidewalk and go, oh thank God, these were already dirty? Anyway.
Sipping from your cup till it runneth over. Holy Grail.
Now obviously you see the connection between Fame and the Holy Grail. At first it looks nice and shiny and wonderful, but then you drink from it and it destroys you from the inside out. No wait, that was the false Grail.
You chose poorly.
Actually, nothing about that made sense.
Sipping from your cup till it runneth over. Holy Grail.
Cup runneth over? Okay, one, cup runneth over isn't even about the Holy Grail. That's from the Shepherd's Prayer, I'm pretty sure. And it means you've been blessed with more than you need. So drink till it runneth over? Well, I mean, Holy Grail is a magic cup that's always full no matter how much you drink from it? No, I'm thinking of something I read in a Choose Your Own Adventure book once. Drink until your cup runneth over? That just doesn't make any sense. Unless you mean drink till you spill it down your shirt like a moron. What, do we need a bib? And he just says Holy Grail at the end, like, what?
Sipping from your cup till it runneth over. Holy Grail.
Grocery bag.
At least with most hashtag rap, you just roll your eyes and move on. But Holy Grail tricks you into thinking it makes sense at first. Like, I guess it has some relationship to the quest for stardom, as in it's a thing you seek all your life, but then it all ends with disappointment as King Arthur is arrested by the cops, and then the credits roll, and you're like, wait, it's already over? I mean, I guess the rest of it was funny, but that's how it ends, seriously? I mean, okay. So yeah, fame is a thing you seek, like the Holy Grail, but last I checked, it never hurt anybody. I think they were thinking of, like, I don't know, Pandora's Box or a Magic Monkey's Paw, a white elephant, I don't know, something other than the Holy Grail. But that's not even Jay-Z's part of this, so we need to look at his to see why he's worried about the dark side of fame and success.
Caught up in all these lights and cameras. But look what that shit did to Hammer. God damn it, I like it. Bright lights is enticing. But look what it did to Tyson.
Okay, you see, Jay-Z realizes that stardom can actually be a curse, and to prove this point, he references other celebrities who couldn't handle their own success, like Mike Tyson, MC Hammer, and
Kurt Cobain did it to myself.
And we all just entertainers. And we're stupid and contagious. No, we all just entertainers.
did that just happen?
No, we all just entertainers.
Yeah, I'm sure most of you are all shocked that they just destroyed Smells Like Teen Spirit. I would be as shocked if that was the first time I'd heard that happen this year. But you see why I brought up Kurt Cobain, right? He's another star who's self-destructed, just like Tyson, just like Hammer. Jay-Z is worried he'll end up like them. He'll melt under the bright lights and burn himself out.
Mike Tyson down for the first time in his career!
Let me pause for a moment to read some interesting Jay-Z facts from one of the many celebrity profiles being written about Jay-Z right now. Ahem. Jay-Z has been recording continuously for the past 17 years. Every single one of his studio albums has gone platinum, and except for his attempts to collaborate with a deranged R. Kelly, everything he's ever recorded has been successful either critically or commercially or both. In addition to his music career, he has owned several businesses, including a record label, a clothing line, an entertainment company, various interests in technology and real estate, and a minority stake in the Brooklyn Nets, which he sold last month for a record-setting sum, making his total net worth estimated at around $500 million. Also, as far as his personal life goes, he's happily married to one of the most beautiful women in the world, and he just witnessed the birth of his first child, a perfectly healthy and adorable baby girl. So, what I'm saying here is, Jay, Hove, my man, there, it's gonna be okay. Jay-Z is not going to end up like MC Hammer, and he's certainly not gonna end up like Kurt Cobain. When he says he's worried about success, I don't believe him. Now, if it was Kanye, yeah, I'd buy that. But no rapper in history has handled their fame as well as Jay-Z has. And you know what? That goes for you too, Justin.
You curse my name in spite to put me to shame.
What the hell are you complaining about? You're also happily married to a beautiful woman, and you haven't had a single notable personal failure or embarrassment over the course of your entire solo career. Okay, or at least you didn't a month ago when this song came out, but you get my point. Fame, yes, is a harsh mistress for many people, but not for these two guys. For them, fame is a groveling, worshipful groupie who makes them sandwiches. Anyway, Jay, you were saying, why is fame so hard?
Photo shoots with paparazzi, can't even take my daughter for a walk. See him by the corner store.
Okay, yes, that does suck. You know, Halle Berry just successfully pushed to have this law passed. That will help you with that. But anyway, I'll give that one to you, yeah. Anything else?
You still alive, still that nigga, you survive. Still getting bigger, nigga, living a lot. Vanilla wafers in the villa, illest nigga alive. Michael Jackson's Thriller.
You know, for a guy who once complained about having 99 problems, so far over the course of this song, he's only been able to identify one. It's not a short song either. Yeah, that's the other problem with this song. It's too damn long. For God's sakes, even just the intro lasts a minute and a half. You could eat an entire large pizza in the time it takes for this song to get started. At least I can. I mean, I assume everyone can, right? It's just long and slow and tedious. I think even the video director understands that none of this works because he actually remixed it to try and salvage it.
I feel like I'm haunted all.
In the video version, some lines are slowed down to give the impression of sadness that Jay-Z can't deliver himself, and it rearranges the chorus to come after the first verse instead of before it, because starting your song with a minute and a half of boring intro kills the momentum before it even starts. See, I'm not upset that they sampled Smells Like Teen Spirit. No, given what the song's about, they use it in the correct context. No, I'm angry because they took one of the most explosive, angry, and provocative songs of my lifetime and they made it sound like this.
And we all just entertainers. We're stupid and contagious.
We're so wealthy, it's outrageous. God, if only this were stupid and contagious, it'd probably be a lot more enjoyable. I expected this big blowout number from Jay-Z's big album, and what I got was basically just Lighter's 2013. And speaking of, Justin Timberlake makes a terrible Bruno Mars. Not that Bruno Mars makes a great Bruno Mars either, but you know, I didn't realize until just now what a limited range Justin Timberlake has. Every one of his hits has basically had the same message. I am cool.
I'm bringing sexy back.
When has he ever sounded sincere or emotional or heartfelt? I guess there's what, Mirrors?
It's like I'm a mirror. My mirror staring back at me.
And even in that, he's comparing the girl he loves so much to his own reflection.
Here in town, there's only she who is beautiful as me.
I mean, who is the song kidding? Even Jay-Z can't keep up the pretense that his addiction to fame has caused him any real negative consequences whatsoever.
Deal with this shit, this ain't work, this light work. You got the shit that niggas die for. Try yours. Why you mad? Take the good with the bad or throw the baby out with that bathwater.
Yeah, don't throw out that baby with the bathwater. It turns out there's also a positive side to being incredibly wealthy and successful. What a revelation. Though give Jay-Z this much, at least he had his epiphany, and even after that, Justin is still complaining. Even harder.
You get the air out my lungs whenever you need it.
Oh my god, this is like as if Grenade was written about fame.
Gave you all I had and you tossed it in the trash.
Oh my god, this really is a Bruno Mars song. No wonder I don't like it.
And baby, it's amazing I'm in this space with you. I just can't crack your code.
Can't crack your code. BS. Not only have you cracked the code, you've reprogrammed it and stolen his credit card number. You're fine. And even if you aren't, you haven't made a case for it. The same reason why they work so well together in Suit and Tie is the same reason they're both equally awful on Holy Grail. This is like if George Clooney and Brad Pitt made a movie where they're a couple of broke, down on their luck losers. I really wanted to like this, but all I can say is, man, I owe Lady Gaga a huge apology. Hey Lady Gaga, you want to sing about how awesome it is to be loved and famous? I support this completely. Yeah, Jay, I don't buy this at all. I don't believe that you look at the downfall of Mike Tyson and see any potential pitfalls that could ruin you in the same way. But in the case that you do, here's some advice. Don't worry about going to jail like Tyson. Don't worry about going broke like Tyson. Don't worry about ending up alone like Tyson. Worry about your skills deteriorating with age like Tyson. You're 43, Jay. You can't smell that teen spirit anymore.